Deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz with this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly. They been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat.
The good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers.
The kickoff for Chicago.
It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Made by Robert Quinn.
The tackle by Robert Quinn.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And 10 yards to go.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th, now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Tackle made at his...
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Love from the gun. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
13 yards.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance out here to run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Love now. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
First down, Green Bay.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
The ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Love looking to throw it. And this one's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. A give to Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
It's now 4th down.
They'll go with Jones. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. Five yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll try and run down here with Irvin. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some... pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
The kick is
and it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Packers 7, Bears nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
at their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And his throw here's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Tyler Ervin back deep. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Well, right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
The Packer 1st down.
First down, Love to pass. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Robert Quinn in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mason Crosby on for the field goal. A 59-yard.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, here's Green Bay's 3rd-year punter, J.K. Scott, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They run with Patterson, and he'll get this only up to about the 35.
The running back, the ball
A gain of 3, second down.
Down at the 35-yard line.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group...
And look at this. It's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. The give is to Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards, first down, Packers. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
That catch good for only a couple. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On second down now, it's Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there and a first down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now Jones, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
That's good.
11 yards there, first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10.
On first down, Trubisky. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the Packers' 18-yard line.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Forced out to his left. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Jr.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Dancing to his left. Incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Jones. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Bears take over.
First and 10.
A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range. Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Ted Ginn, as the first half is winding down, and the Bears draw a bit closer. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well. So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it? Absolutely. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll run on first down. Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered. How did they get that done? Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times. You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Looking to throw. Trubisky on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the lock, and he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
Touchdown,
Allen Lazard. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Is good.
And it's up and good.
The score, Packers 28. Bears 9.
How does the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away?
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big run there by Jones. 43 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Love. Out to his left. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It's a game
2nd and goal from the 1.
And goal.
They'll try again with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Packers add on to their lead.
The score, Packers 35.
Crosby with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. Out of the gun, Trubisky steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Brings up third down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
1-yard line.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
All day, dog. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. I got him.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. This time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Makes the score Packers 35, Bears 16.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And got his man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
The tackle made by
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
On the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be second and 10. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
And it's third down.
Working out of the gun. Love. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
Touchdown.
Alan Lazard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
The score, Packers.
Extra point
22.
up and good by Crosby. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
42 is the mark. Hey, 18.
Again, it's Trubisky. Lets this one rip toward Graham. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Jimmy Graham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
42. Bears 23.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Love. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Taken from just outside the 30. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
39-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Being chased out left. Going deep this time for Miller. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Aaron Jones.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start him up again. So I think he may want to keep him cranking high right here.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Bilal Nichols able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Love. And the pressure gets to him again.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Now this one complete on the slant route, and he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. Flush to his right. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Bears.
Now Trubisky on 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He has a 1st down and that catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Cordero Patterson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears cut into that lead. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other two-thirds, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up. Jones hit, and the ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Get me! Let's go! Let's go!
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Will Redmond. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. 6 man.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
The keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And running with power here It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000.
42-yard line.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Bears, a big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Green Bay,
irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. Like they ran the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand in the clock. Come like a cross like a reverend, and my energy paralyzed. I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message. You the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up down the narrow scene. And I feel just like the cheetah prince, and I'm a I made you for real. Touch the driver's sauce so I don't even grab the wheel. That's all on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Mean I'm walking with some money, man. I mean a couple mil. Ew, nigga need the mail. You ain't even eating. That's why I'm always cheating, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all this loose think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just